Hey everybody, this is my 40-gallon native tank, and in this video we're going to get some good close-up looks at my new Logperch. It's a type of darter, and I know I'm already going to get asked questions about whether or not it's related to a goby or a type of goby. In fact, I've already been asked by people if it's related to or a species of goby, and it is not. This is just a case of convergent evolution. It fits the same niche that a goby would fit, but it is not actually related to a goby. In fact, they are closely related to, or I should say most closely related to perch here in North America. So they're really neat looking little fish, although I have to say that most fish that are native around here are not particularly colorful, and this one is no exception. It does occasionally give off a little hint or glint of blue or red iridescence in the fins, but again, it's just not a particularly colorful fish. But it is a really fascinating little fish. It moves around in a really sort of unusual way. I guess it moves around very similar to a goby. It doesn't really swim through the water so much as it does these little sort of jumps and hops. It very clearly sits up on its front pectoral fins and it sort of props itself up. And I believe it is called a log perch because it does, in fact, spend most of its time perched up on little logs and sticks and branches, and it feeds off of the little micro worms and micro crustaceans that are in the offwalks. And I think what we just saw right there was it dashing out and grabbing a little morsel of something to eat. That's actually my biggest concern with this fish, is that I'm going to be able to properly feed it. I don't know how well it's going to take to eating prepared food, but we'll see. I do tend to let my tanks grow fairly naturally, so there might be enough little microspecies growing in there to feed this naturally, but I'm trying to get it to eat mysis shrimp and brine shrimp. That's actually what those little white things you can see swirling around in the tank right now are. That is some mysis shrimp I put in there. I wasn't able to tell when we saw it dart out and grab something whether it was actually grabbing a mysis shrimp or if it was just grabbing something off of the surface of the wood there. So I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm hoping I can get it on video or at least witness it by my own eyes, eating something that I put in there. That'll make me feel a lot more confident that it's going to survive. I started with 2 of these, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, whenever I stocked this tank up and put a bunch of fish in it. I put a few in here about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I also put a little sculpin in here at the same time. The sculpin still seems to be doing well enough. I've seen it around, and the sculpin is much more likely to eat little worms or shrimp pellets or stuff like that get to the bottom. This fish, however, is more of a predator, and I'm afraid it's going to need to eat those little microcrustaceans. So out of the 2 that I've put in here, I've only been seeing this one, so we're just going to have to wait and see if we see the other one. So there you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you real soon in the next one.